Hi, I'm Fumiko from the Base Yoga Method. I have a lot of fond memories of Christmas, especially younger. My brothers and I got up very early in the morning on Christmas Day, wrapping the Christmas gift from Santa Claus, ate Christmas cake, and listened to Christmas songs, and I really enjoyed that. Very special memories. Even though my parents are Buddhist, we still celebrated Christmas, like many Japanese families do. So, with that memory, I want to share some very special Christmas memory I have. Meeting my in-laws for the first time on Christmas Day. My husband Henry and I were friends for 7 years before we started dating. So I knew that he has 6 sisters, brother and parents. And Henry and I were good friends, outdoor friends. We went fishing, hiking, backpacking, diving, and all the things outdoors with other friends. The first Christmas was the first time I got to see his parents and sisters. And I told Henry, Henry, I don't think I can remember all of the names and personalities, so I'm gonna just be myself. That's a decision I really made. And on the day of Christmas, we drove a car, went to his parents' place. I saw many cars parked because 6 sisters and brother and all their relatives were there. But I had to wait in a car for an hour, almost, before I got inside of the house. Because it's a tradition for the family that they have annual meeting at Christmas Day. So I was waiting in a car, getting busy, putting a makeup on, putting a hair up, and wrapping Christmas presents. I was a little nervous, so I didn't know how they accept me as a girlfriend. And that's another reason I decided I am going to be just myself, the way I am, because I could not change my past. That was my past, and that's part of me. That's part of who I was. And I didn't want to, of course, hide my past. I still remember very vividly. After I got out of the car, I took a really deep breath and then said to myself, I am going to have fun no matter what. I'm going to be myself. Made a firm decision. I have to say, I was so felt welcomed. And the love she just gave me right there at the door without any judgment. I felt this is a place I feel comfortable. And this is a place I want to be. And these are the people I want to be with. I had a fantastic time talking with his parents, sisters, and a brother, but especially the father. Because I could see the excitement on his face when he talked about Japanese experience, art, and he showed me all the books, and wow, we had a really good time. After New Year's, I went back to Japan because at the time I was going back and forth to Japan and the United States. I had to go back to Japan. That's where I still had the place to live and a job, a face yoga method job, and TV shows and a book and all that. He was diagnosed with brain tumor. And I could not have deep conversation after New Year's. So only twice. That was it. When I came back to States, visit Henry's father, he could not really have deep conversation. And it was hard to see that person who looked so strong, very smart, very into details and so many memories of Japan. It was like that. I could not have the same kind of conversation. And that's how we started our journey together, Henry and I. My parents went back to Japan next day after the wedding. And Henry and I stayed Henry's parents' place to help Henry's father and mother. We spent a lot of time going to visit Henry's parents. But for me, I share love with cooking. So I wanted to cook the food he loved. The food he ate for the first time when he went to Japan. It was such a fun time. As before, the two more, I was able to still share lots of things with Henry's father. Every time I left for Japan, sometimes 2 weeks, I called Henry's parents from the airport. Because everybody knew that Henry's father's day was getting less and less. The day was coming for sure. So when I hung up the phone every time from the airport, I always said, I love you. I'll see you when I come back. So the final day started coming, and we knew it. It was coming really soon. Henry's father decided to meet one-on-one, each kid and mother. Even though he couldn't really talk, and he gave each kid the letter he wrote, final letter. And Henry came to me after he met his father. He was very emotional too, and showed me the letter his father gave to him. It was beautiful. He mentioned about me. Miko, thank you so much for coming to the family, and love you and all the good things, and you cook so well. I enjoyed your food so much, and can't wait to see grandkid, and also so looking forward to see how face yoga method goes. I'll be watching you from somewhere else. It was very special. It made me feel very, very loved and accepted in a family. So one day I decided to share what I wanted to share. I went to the room and I said, Phil, I know you can't talk anymore, but I just want you here. There's things I wanted to share with you. The first one is, I love your son. I'll take care of him. You don't need to worry about him. And he smiled. And the second, I love you. I love you so much, and thank you so much for giving me everything you have. Love. And the third, you are the best father-in-law I could ever ask for. And he took my hand and he kissed 3 times. And I cried and he cried. It wasn't the tears, like sadness. It was a tear of connection and a joy. And I felt very, very special connection. Even though I had the special connection before he passed away. But that moment, that was so special because these 3 things I wanted to share was so true. And it just hit us. And we start crying. And smile and cry, and beautiful moment. It felt like forever, even though I don't know how long. And when I said that, I felt like that was what I wanted to say. Like my heart felt so satisfied because I shared what I wanted to share. 3 days later, on New Moon Day, he passed away in the morning. Henry and I were next room, and Henry came to the room. I was still sleeping. He said, my father passed away. And I went to the room and I took his hand, still warm, and I felt it. But I felt that he wasn't there. So what I learned from this is that don't wait to share your love. Don't wait to say things you want to say to others. Even strangers. Even a smile. That might change the person's life forever. You don't know. For me, being able to share what I felt deeply, truly, honestly, my heart, and able to be connected, even just eye contact, even just hands, and that was very special. I still feel I can still see that moment very vividly, and I really want to keep that in my mind, that share what we want to share when we can, of course with loved ones, family, but even strangers. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, getting together with your friends and family, even you live far away from your family or friends or loved ones, you can still share love. You can call, you can send message, pictures, and true to yourself and share the feelings you have. It will lighten your emotion. It will make you feel so satisfied and happy. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll see you in New Year 2019.